Okay friends, it's time to get started on replacing our sway bar link. To do that, we're going to get underneath the front of the truck so we can access it. We're going to be working on the passenger side because it's going to be the hardest to remove from the truck. The driver's side will be a little bit easier. The first thing that I'm going to start with is trying to remove these two bolts right here. Those are going to be holding a bracket that's mounted to the frame. Typically they break off in that bracket, so if that happens, you're going to need to go ahead and get that bracket. Once you have the bracket bolts out of there, let's continue on to removing the mounting nuts that hold the sway bar link to the sway bar and to the frame up top. Now that we have this loose, I would continue on to doing the same on the other side of the truck. That's going to help release tension from the bar. As you can tell right now, the bar is kind of pulling on this and it's drawing this down at an angle, so it's putting pressure. Now we can move the bar around. So now we're going to hold the backside of the upper part of the sway bar link with some locking pliers, and then we'll come inside the wheel well and remove the upper nut. There it is, friends. Obviously, if you come over on the driver's side, you can tell that I don't have exhaust in the way of the sway bar link, so you don't necessarily need to remove the bracket unless you find that there's an issue removing the sway bar link from it. Now we're just going to wipe off the top area of the frame where that bracket's going to go over here. Now let's put our new sway bar link into the bracket. We'll put it up to where it belongs, through that hole in the frame. Now we'll grab our two bolts and start those in. Start the nut on the outside of the stud there. Let's snug these up. Okay, now let's torque all these to 80 foot-pounds. Now let's make sure we tighten these as well. Okay friends, we got the sway bar links done. I did them as a pair because that's the way you're supposed to do them. Something else that I'm also going to mention though, is you typically want to replace the sway bar bushings as well. That's going to be located right along the differential and they're fairly easy to replace. Aside from that, take it for a road test, make sure you don't hear any funny noises.